Hello, my favorite people. My name is Amber Fowler, your independent Scentsy consultant, and I am back with another Scentsy Club haul. This is my third Scentsy Club order. I'm super excited to share with you what I've got in this box. Be sure to stay tuned all the way to the end so you don't miss a thing. Hey, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm looking to grow my channel and I would love to have you join my community. So let's get into it. As you saw in that quick little unboxing, we don't have a box within a box scenario going on today. I am shocked, but pleasantly surprised because it's one less box that I have to open. But I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. We've got a lot of foil in here, so everything's just kind of wrapped. And I've got two foil bags, a small and a large, and then something else in the box as well, and I will show you that later. But I'm gonna open this little bag first. Lots of wax bars in my Scentsy Club. In fact, that is pretty much what I use my Scentsy Club for, is wax bars, so that I can always get my bar. Basically, I'm just gonna pull all these out and then I will do some organizing. Oh, we got some new ones in here. I'm so excited. Excited to share those with you and excited to smell them for the first time too. Heck yeah. All right, next I'm gonna open up this big one. This one is massive. Watch me struggle. It's a lot of wax. Let's unbox this guy. Holy mother of wax. We're gonna speed this up. Ta-da! I have emptied the bag. This is a big bag. This is how big this bag is. There's a lot of wax on my desk right now. Holy smokes. Like piles of it. I've gone ahead and alphabetized my entire Scentsy Club wax order. I know in previous videos I've not done it alphabetically. I've done it mainly in sections of the seasons that the bars came out in. So we're mixing it up today. We're trying something new. Starting with our A's, and I've got 3 A's here. First one being apple cherry strudel. It smells exactly like what you would think an apple cherry strudel would smell like. You get the golden flaky crust, maybe a little bit of icing. It's definitely strong on the apples and cherries, but in a very pie filling kind of a way. Highly recommend if you haven't used this one already. Next, I've got apple press. This was a bring back my bar for January of 2023. It is a very pretty fall apple scent. Last for the A's is Autumn Blaze Maple. This was also a bring back my bar in January of 2023. This one is just so unique. I do remember there being in the description a note of a ribbon of oak. It's a very sweet and spicy fall scent with just that little ribbon of something burning, but in a good way. So unique, I had to keep this in my club. Next we have the C's, and this is not even all of the ones that start with a C. The letter C is the letter that I have the most of, which is just nuts. I never would have guessed that. I never would have stopped to really even think about that either. But the first one that I've got is Candy Cane Buttercream. And this is just a perfect creamy candy cane scent. Think like you're baking peppermint cookies or you're eating peppermint ice cream. Like there's just such a gourmand creaminess to this peppermint, and it's not terribly minty either. Like you get that mint smell, but it's not a cold or toothpaste like mint. It's just a nice creamy gourmand mint. It's so good. Next I have Caramel Apple Craze. I truly love this scent. This scent I think is one that's gonna last with me as a classic because this was one of the first Scentsy pods that I ever used in my office, and now when I smell it, it's a perfect blend of caramel and apple. It smells like you're at the fair and you just got a fresh caramel apple from one of the stands. It's perfect. It is a perfect caramel apple fall scent. I've got caramel buttercream, and it's just another variation of that buttercream smell. It honestly smells like you opened a can of caramel buttercream. You're about to spread it on some nice freshly baked cupcakes. Very delicious. I have cherry vanilla. This one comes to us from our previous Bring Back My Bar. That was in June of 2023. And this is just a perfect gourmand cherry vanilla. I think there's almond in this as well, which makes it just a little bit fancier than just plain simple cherry and vanilla. So I really love this scent. And if you don't know me yet, cherry is one of my favorite notes of all time in any fragrance form, whether that's home fragrance or personal fragrance. I love cherry. So this one was a no-brainer for me to put into my club. Next, I have Churro Churro. This one also comes back to us from the June 2023 Bring Back My Bar. Oh, and it's everything that you would think a churro Scentsy bar would smell like. It is ooey gooey cinnamon cream fried dough. Melt in your mouth. Delicious. We have cinnamon pine cones. This was a scent of the month for, I want to say December of 2022. It is your typical perfect cinnamon pine cone fall winter scent. When I smell this, I literally think of Christmas decorations and potpourri around the holidays. Just a perfect blend of spice and cinnamon. It's so good. We're still going with the C's, and next is Clementine Blossom. Clementine Blossom came to us in a Valentine's Day bundle in February of 2023. I forget what this one smells like. This one is so fresh. It's a creamy blend of orange and flowers. It's pretty and nice. I really like this one. And that's a little out of character for me because I am one who typically goes for more gourmand types of scents, but every now and then I'll get one of these types that blends like a nice fruit and flower together. And it just really hits the spot for me, and this is one of them. Next, I've got Coconut Pumpkin Pie. This one came back to us in the January 2023 Bring Back My Bar. And the first thing that hits my nose with this one is golden pie crust. Then it is a soft blend of pumpkin and coconut. Nothing too sharp, nothing too roasted. It's just a creamy blend of those with that golden pie crust. Very good. One of my absolute favorites, cranberry muffin. This one was my absolute favorite from the January 2023 Bring Back My Bar lineup. It smells like a freshly baked muffin with cranberries. Doesn't need to be much more than that. It smells like you're baking muffins in your house is what that smells like. It's very good. Next I have Crumb Top. This one also comes from the January 2023 Bring Back My Bar set. And this is the cinnamon brown sugar buttery crumbles on the top of anything that's like baked goods. Very good. And then last for the C's, I have cucumber and cactus water. I know, a little out of place, right? This comes from our spring summer bricks that launched in April of 2023. And you can see this one's not a brick. And that's actually another really cool thing about having a Scentsy club is if you don't want to buy a whole brick of a scent that comes in one of those brick bundles or brick sets, then you can put into your Scentsy club just a bar of it. That way you don't have to spend time cutting all the little cubes up because in the bricks, it's just much bigger and you do have to like cut them separately. You save a lot of money by buying the bricks because you're basically getting 5 to 6 bars in one and you're only spending like, I want to say $20 usually, $20 US on a brick. So you save money, like $10 almost by buying one brick, but you do only get that one scent in that brick. So you want to make sure that you like that scent, or you want to make sure you're going to share that scent with somebody, or you can just throw one of these bars right into your Scentsy Club, and then the next time your Scentsy Club order comes in, you just get a bar of that brick. The cucumber and cactus water is one that I was really on the fence about. I did not know if I wanted to put this in my Scentsy Club or not. It's just so fresh and bursting with crisp greens and it's aquatic, just so unlike everything else. And I like it that it made sense for me to go ahead and get it because there are very few scents that are not gourmand and not bakery that I really like. So this will help to switch things up in my home. On to E, because that's what I have next. And I only have one, and that is the Walt Disney World Iridescent. Look how pretty. I love the packaging of this bar, and I love the fact that it's like this ivory color and it's gold, and then it's this mauve wax. Like, it's just such a pretty display. It makes me feel like I have something really special in my hands. Oh, it's so nostalgic. This is not typically my type of scent. It's a little bit on the rosy side, and it almost smells like soap. My grandmother used to have rose soap, and this smells like exactly like that. I keep it in my club because I'm like, I feel like this one's gonna be a good seller. Like, if I go to an event, like, people might want to buy this one, especially since it's got such a pretty packaging to it, and other people will probably resonate with this scent a little bit better than me. I don't know how much longer this one's gonna stay in there though, unless I can find a customer who likes this. All right, so moving on to the F's, I have Farm Stand Pumpkin. This is one, again, that I used in the pods in my office. Really loved it. Had to get this in the wax. Oh yeah, it smells like caramel and pumpkin. It's a sweet, little earthy farm stand pumpkin scent. Next I have Fried Ice Cream. It's a doughy, cinnamony, creamy scent. I love, love, love fried ice cream. Last for the F's is Fuzzy Blanket. Surprise! So let's talk about Fuzzy Blanket, because this one came back to us. I was introduced to it with the June 2023 Bring Back My Bar set. And you guys don't know that I put this in my club because that was not in my video, which I'll link up here. Fuzzy Blanket is, again, not one of the scents that I would normally gravitate towards. I believe this one is like lavender and cotton, along those lines. But this smells like a candle that I used to have, and I really like that. Actually, I think it was a candle that I made. It is more clean and it is more floral than pretty much everything else that you'll see as we go along. But like I said, I like to just have a variety of different scents in here and in my collection in general. Because it keeps me well stocked in case I have a client who wants something more like this. I have it, they can have it. If it's in my club, I'll just get another one. That's not a big deal. What it also does is it helps to prevent nose blindness in my home. So if I'm warming something that's bakery, and then I'm warming something that's bakery, and then I'm warming something that's bakery, chances are, as I progress through all of that, the less I'm going to smell it. But if I alternate like a bakery with something like this, it's completely different. They're polarizing in a way. Next time that I would warm something bakery after this, it would make it that much more noticeable. So that is my thought process with that. On to the G's. I've got 3 for you. First one being Gimme Candy. Gimme Candy comes to us from a scent of the month. I want to say it was around September of 2022. And this just smells like a sweet blend of candy and sugar. Think like candy corn and sugar is what this smells like. It is so confectioner sweet. It's really good. I really like that one. I also have Gingerbread Buttercream coming back from the Scentsy collection that was in December of 2022. This is just creamy gingerbread. I just picture icing and the gingerbread cookies and ooey gooey. It's good. If it's ooey gooey, you know I'm gonna like it. I love ooey gooey scents. And the last one for the G's is Graham Cracker Crunch. This one is a personal favorite for myself and my husband. It has peanut butter in it. Ah, yum. It's graham crackers and peanut butter. Like, can you get anything better? On to H's. First up is Happy Birthday. This was from the June Bring Back My Bar 2023. And it smells like sweet cake icing is what it smells like. I'm so excited to warm this one. I haven't warmed this one yet, but I can only imagine that this one's gonna smell so sweet and so delicious. Next up, I have Harbor's Edge. Another one that snuck its way in here without you knowing. Surprise! So this one also comes from the June Bring Back My Bar 2023. I, for whatever reason, resonated with it. It comes across as a more masculine scent, but I don't feel like this is so masculine that I'm going to hate it. And I don't usually like masculine types of scents, but this one, there's something sweet and fruity and aquatic about it that it's not as masculine as it appears to be. I just picture like being on the sea in a good way, not like salty dead fish or anything like that. That would be so weird to put in a Scentsy bar, but like sweet sea air, if that makes any sense. Water spraying is what I smell. So it's very delightful. If you're an aquatic or a fresh lover, you would probably really like Harbor's Edge too. I just smelled it again after the fact and I'm like, on the fence with this one too. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it in my club, and I'm glad I did because smelling it now, I really like that. Next up I have Hazelnut Latte. And if you've seen any of my other videos, you know I am an absolute fan of this scent. It smells like creamy coffee, but more cream than coffee. Here's another one that snuck in, and this one is Hemingway. Here's another bar that appears masculine. It is masculine, actually. Even though it is a bit masculine, like at its bare bones, it smells like apples and cinnamon. It's just a little deeper and darker than normal. And I kind of like that. It's very cozy feeling. What I picture when I smell this is being cozied up in a nice fuzzy blanket, wearing flannel, sitting by a fire around Christmas time is what this reminds me of. And I mean, if that's the scent memory that comes to mind when I smell this, then yes, I want this in my Scentsy club, of course. And last for the H's is Hug in a Mug. This is one of my all-time favorite scents from Scentsy. I love, love, love Hug in a Mug. And this one comes from the fall to winter 2022 to 2023 catalog. Oh, it's chocolatey. Maybe like a hint of cappuccino in there, creamy. I just picture like hot cocoa when I smell this. It smells so good. And I'm like so happy that I put those Harbor's Edge and Hemingway into my Scentsy club, because after I did that, I'm like, man, did I really need to put those in there? I don't know. Like, am I going to be wasting my money or whatever? But like after smelling those right now and thinking about the things that it makes me think about when I smell them, I have no regrets. None at all. Those needed to be in my Scentsy club, and I'm so glad for it. On to L, I have Love and Kisses Mini. So this one is another one from the June 2023 Bring Back My Bar set. Oh yeah, and this one is like super sweet, delicate berries and potentially cream. Love this. Oh, this one's very good. Because it's so light, I feel like it's very child friendly. So if you have kids and you've got a warmer in your kid's room, or even if you don't have a warmer in your kid's room and you want to get one now because you know the scent is kid friendly, go ahead and do that. I will put my link to my Scentsy website in the description for you if you would need a consultant to shop from. But because it's not terribly strong, I just feel like kids would really gravitate towards this. That and the fact that Minnie's picture is on it. I mean, come on, what little girl isn't gonna want this Scentsy bar? On to the M's, and the first one I have is, you wanna guess? Mango Margarita. Actually, I have this warming right now, and it is so bursting with juicy mango. It's delightful. It's got a little like hint of salted rim around it too. It's so good. So this Scentspiration collection launched, I want to say back in March of 2023. These Scentspiration bundles, in case you don't know, they come usually with 4 bars, and it's centered around like one main staple bar. For this collection, that was Go-Go Mango. Go-Go Mango, if you don't know, is a very juicy mango scent, and it's pretty much just juicy mango, whereas this takes that juicy mango and just adds that little extra. This one adds that boozy and salty twist to it, which I really like. So from that same collection, I also have Mango Shortcake. This one is my favorite from that collection because it just adds that shortcake note to it and like a dollop of whipped cream on top of that mango. Ooh, it is so good. Next up, I have another really good favorite of mine, and that is Maraschino Sugar Cookie. This came from the Holiday Bricks from 2022. This one was my favorite brick. I added it to my club, and they just give you the bar in the club. Bar in the club. Oh, this is bursting with bright cherry notes. And then it also has that sugar cookie note in there too, which sugar cookie Scentsy wax is one of my all-time favorites as well. It pairs my favorite fruit note, which is cherry, with one of my favorite Scentsy smells, which is sugar cookie. So of course this one is in my club and it probably won't be going anywhere unless I figure out something about it that I don't like. Next I have Mediterranean Spa. This one I got from the January 2023 Bring Back My Bar. Oh, and it is a perfect earthy, lemony, breezy kind of a scent. Think like aromatherapy from Bath & Body Works, that kind of a vibe, but now it's for your home. Next is Melon and Apple Granita. This one also comes from the January 2023 Bring Back My Bar. The melon, the apple, it blends together so well. It's a very fresh, fruity burst of that. And it also reminds me of like just fresh out of the shower. So it's very, very fresh, fruity. Love that combo. Last for the ends is My Wish. Here's another one that snuck in. This one I'm still a little bit on the fence about, but this one comes from the June Bring Back My Bar 2023. Yeah, I don't know. It's so hard. It smells purple. Like, I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody, but it smells purple. I believe this has violets in it and potentially plum. I kind of like it. Maybe I'm not on the fence. Maybe I like this. Like sometimes I can't tell. Like, do I like this? Do I not like this? I don't know. I will say I have not warmed this one yet, so I will have to try this warming and maybe see if that makes any differences. Moving on to the letter O. First one I have here is the Ocean Air and Coconut Water. This comes from our Sunshine State of Mind collection that came with 3 bars. This is another, it's aquatic, it's fresh, and a little coconutty because of that coconut water. It's a little fruity, a little, like a lot of fresh, and a little aquatic as well. So I just like that combination. Again, it's something different to bring something new to the table. And last for the O's is Orchard Apple and Spice. This one comes from the Fall Winter catalog from 2022. Oh, I love this scent. It is more fruity than spicy. It's very much juicy apple and then just a little bit of spice behind it. So it's a very perfect apple fall scent. On to P. P is probably the next highest count letter that I have here. And I've got another surprise for you. I put in Painted Leaves. This is from the June 2023 Bring Back My Bar. Ooh, okay. This is, ooh, that's actually much stronger than I remember it being. But it makes me think of walking through the woods and leaves are falling all around me, like colored leaves. It's a very woody scent, earthy tones in there as well. So it's deep and it's strong. So I don't know if I'll like this warming. I haven't tried that yet, but I threw it in here because I do like the scent. I worry that it may be too strong for me and my taste, but I do like the actual scent that it is. So I'll just have to warm it and find out. And I can't do that if it's not in my club. Next, I have Perfect Day. It is juicy pear. There has to be another fruit note in this because pears are not usually that juicy. At least none that I've ever smelled. Next is Pear Blossom and Cucumber. Here's another one that blends fruitiness with floral and freshness to make something that is like spot on for me. Oh, I love this scent so much. It's so hard to describe, but Pear Blossom is a fragrance note that I really personally like and is nostalgic for me. It's one of the very first scents that I ever purchased from Bath & Body Works. I just love that I can have something that makes me think about that scent. Yeah, this one's probably not going to go anywhere for a long time. All right, next I have Perk Me Up, and here's another really great scent. This one I got as well as Pear Blossom and Cucumber because I forgot to say this, but both of these come from the January 2023 Bring Back My Bar. Oh, it is a perfect like coffee ground kind of a scent. Like you just opened a bag of coffee grounds and now you're just taking that whiff of that. Or you just walked into a coffee shop. It smells like coffee grounds, like, and coffee beans roasting. Oh, it's so good. It's very coffee oriented and I am here for it. I also have Pineapple Dragon Fruit. This one comes from the Sunshine State of Mind collection also. This one just reminds me of gummy worms. Like it's got a very sweet and sourness to it, but also juicy, bursting with fruits. Like love this scent. If you like the smell of gummy worms, like you would probably really like this too. All right, we have a whole other stack of peas here. Next up, I have Pink Apple and Nectarine. This one is more pretty and floral smelling than I would say it smells like apples and nectarine, but because there is apples and nectarine in this, it just comes together so well. Like it just smells so pretty and so vibrant and so fresh. Like next is a new scent to me, and that is Pink Coconut. Now this was a scent of the month, I want to say for March of 2023, March, April, somewhere around there. I think it was March. Oh, I am so happy right now because I had no idea what this smelled like. I threw it in my club on a whim because I knew that I wasn't going to be making any purchases during the time that this was available. So I threw it in my club, figured, you know, I'll just smell it for the first time in my club and then I'll just have it in my club if I really like it. And oh my gosh, this smells bomb. This smells like a really good fragrance that I want to spray on me. Like, it's not gourmand. It's hard to describe. I don't know where to go with pink coconut. It kind of just smells like pink coconut, but it doesn't really have a coconut scent to it. Honestly, it smells kind of like a body spray that I have that I can't pinpoint, but this is really good. Very happy to have this. This was a whim, so I'm excited that I like that. And next up is Plum and White Woods. Surprise, surprise. So you know I raved about this one. I still really like this one. And it is a plummy and yet very pretty. Like, it's just so pretty. It's such a pretty scent. There is like a woody kind of a note in here that's kind of deepening that scent. It's not bright, but it is bursting with like this pretty floral, and it's toned down with that wood note. This one is more complex. It's more elevated than some of the other scents that I have, but I really like it. Next up is Pumpkin Chai. And I also have Pumpkin Cinnamon Swirl and Pumpkin Roll. Oh, there is 100% a reason why I have to have all three of these in my Scentsy club because they're all unique pumpkin scents, and I'm a huge fan of pumpkin, so I can pick out those nuances and like I want all the pumpkin. Pumpkin Chai, it's a little spicy, but not so much spice that you can't also enjoy the pumpkin. And then Pumpkin Cinnamon Swirl is a sweeter pumpkin, but blended with that caramel, it's much sweeter. There's not a lot of spice going on in this one. That caramel note really hits hard, and so that's why I like that one. And then you want to talk about ultimate sweet, Pumpkin Roll. Now this one is very light on the pumpkin and stronger on the cake and icing notes. This is one I feel like you can enjoy year round. Pumpkin Roll just smells like cake roll with a little hint of pumpkin, honestly. So very good. All very different, but all very good. Moving on to the letter R, I have Rum Raisin Cookie. This one comes to me from the January 2023 Bring Back My Bar. This one smells like you are baking oatmeal raisin cookies. Plain and simple, that's just what you get. It's delightful, it's wonderful. It suits me. Last for the R's is a surprise, and I'm surprising you with Rustic Lodge because what? Again, another one that appears really masculine. This one comes from the June 2023 Bring Back My Bar. So I put this in my club because it's a unique pine scent. It's got a little spice, a little bit of pine, and it's definitely cozy. And I just figured it would be perfect for the fall and winter time. So went ahead and threw it in my club so that I could try it out during that season, see what I think. On to S. First one I have for you is Salted Caramel Toffee. And this is just a sweet, salty toffee scent. Next, I have Scary Good. This is the perfect fall scent. And this one came to me from the Fall Winter Catalog 2022, but I do believe this was a scent of the month. I don't know which month or which year this was. I don't think I was a consultant when this was the scent of the month. Maybe I was. I'm not sure. If I was, I wasn't paying attention. Oh my gosh. It jumps right out at you. It is a vibrant and potent, but in a good way, cinnamon, clove, pumpkin, caramel. It is very appropriately named. It is Scary Good. Next, I have Southern Sweet Tea. This one comes to me from the June Bring Back My Bar 2023. This is, oh yeah, that's right. It has peach in it, and that is why I love this. I love peach scents, first of all. And then you add that tea note in there. It's just a very unique blend of like peach and tea. It's great. On to the next is Spiced Berries. It is very spicy, deep, dark berry scents. This one I can just see perfect around the holidays season. 4 more for the S letter. And the next one I have here is Strawberry Lemon Cake. And this one was a scent of the month. I want to say for April of 2023. I could be wrong. I know it's one of those earlier months from 2023, maybe February, somewhere around there. Oh, yum. This is delightful. This smells like strawberry cake with lemon drizzle icing. I think I like this one more than lemon drizzle cake. I love this because this is strawberry cake flavored. It's making my mouth water. It smells spot on. It is so good. All right, one of my favorites, I've got Sugar Cookie. I got this one from the Fall Winter Catalog from 2022. It just jumps out at you sweet, like you're baking sugar cookies. Ooey gooey sugar cookies. Yum, 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 yum. And then I have Summerberry Melon. This was one of the spring summer bricks that launched in April of 2023. It is a fresh burst of bright berries and melon. Very summery, very springy, very bright and happy and alive. I love that. It's very nice. And the last one that I have in the S letter category is Tinkerbell Sweet and Sassy. And look at this. It's a yellow bar. I love that. I love the color play there. Now this one I threw into my club on a whim. I have no idea if I'm gonna like this. I do remember that there was like a musk note in here that I'm a little weary of. There are a few other notes in here that I was looking forward to, so I'm just gonna go ahead and give it a first sniff right now, but this came from our Disney Peter Pan collection. Let's smell. This one's good. I'm getting like lemon or some kind of citrus note is standing out in this. There's something a little almost cakey in this, and I don't think that there are any cake notes, so I don't know why I'm getting that. I'm not really getting any musk. This is delightful. I'm really happy that I have this. Who would have known? I hadn't to put it in my club to know. On to the letter T, I have Tangerine Sugarcane, and this is the third bar from the Scentsy Sunshine State of Mind collection. This is just a perfect sweet tangerine scent. It's less tangerine and more sugarcane. Right, on to the letter V, I have Vanilla Cream. This one came to me from the January 2023 Bring Back My Bar. This smells like what you would think it would smell like. It smells like vanilla cream. Yummy. Oh, yummy. I can see enjoying warming this by itself, but also pairing this with other things to kind of make them a little bit more creamy. So I think that this would be good for both of those uses. We're down to our last two wax bars, believe it or not, an hour or so later, however long it's taken me now to film this. Both of these start with W, and then I also have one other special surprise that I will show you after these bars, so don't leave yet. We're so close to the finish, but don't leave yet. So the first bar that I have in the W category is Watermelon Patch. Fresh, juicy watermelon, slightly artificial smelling, but very, very sweet. And then the last bar that I have to share with you is Winterberry Apple Tea. While it's called Winterberry Apple Tea, is a perfect year-round scent. To me, it's just a deep berry scent with a mellow tea note. And I feel like you also get that honey. There's honey in this as well that kind of sweetens everything up. Had to put that one in my club. That was 60 bars. I have 60 bars in my Scentsy club now. Mind is blown there. I also have a special surprise. Because I have $60 US worth of items in my Scentsy club, I do get to pick a free half-priced item, and I do not pick a wax bar, but instead I pick an essential oil. So I chose Watermelon Red Berries because that is such a fun, unique essential oil scent in my opinion. There it is. So that's what it looks like. A little vial there. So I use these essential oils for a few different things. Cleaning is one. I also use them in my oil diffuser. Well, I haven't opened it up yet, but I'm going to. So I plan on using them in my oil diffuser. Sometimes I use these for headaches. Maybe not so much this scent, but peppermint definitely for headaches. And also have used these to help spruce up the scent from products that I have that were kind of older, that the scent was kind of fading. Used a little bit of essential oils to kind of help spruce those up so that I could continue to use and then finish those products as well. So essential oils are great. They do not sell them on sale. Like there is no bundle and save for essential oils on the Scentsy website. So to be able to get an essential oil for half the price through my Scentsy club is the cheapest way to get essential oils from Scentsy. Did you know that? Now you do. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time and your energy to come here and explore all of these scents with me. Fragrance is, if I could call it a love language, I would, because I just love talking about fragrance and I love smelling lots of different things, and they bring so many fun and warm memories, and I just love that I get to come onto YouTube and share those with you. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. That just helps to let me know that I'm creating content that you are enjoying, and it also helps to push it out to other people so that others may enjoy it as well. Thank you again so much, and I will sprinkle some videos down here so that you can keep watching, and I will catch you there. Bye!